See, but assuming it doesn't, are you going to be a 135 fighter?
Yeah, I might go back down. I might go back down. And honestly, the fight that I'm looking for at 135 probably would be a Lamont Roach.
Hmm.
Like a Lamont is somebody who interests me because of what he did with when he fought Tank, and he looked real good as a fighter that night. He looked sharp, and his shoulder roll was nice. His right hand was nice. He was in the pocket. I felt like that was one of his best performances that I ever seen in my life. So, truthfully, I think Lamont would be one of the guys that I would look forward to fighting.
Do you feel like that's a better like legacy fight for you at 135 as opposed to, and I'm only gonna bring this name up because you know the fans.
Let's do it. Ain't you ask any question? Ain't no limits.
That's what's
I'm
up.
good.
I appreciate you, bro. O'Shaquie Foster. Obviously, the fans are like, "Yo, what happened with the O'Shaquie Foster fight?" But just from a legacy standpoint, do you feel like Lamont Roach Jr. would be a better name for you, especially if he looks good against Zepeda?
I try to go through like the history books, like what happened in the past. Like, with all due respect to that dude, right? And it's another thing. Like, people get confused with me talking about his integrity and his character as me saying like he's a bad fighter. He's a good fighter. Like, he's a really good fighter. But in the past, right, what has he done at 135?
Right.
Like, what have he done? He hasn't done nothing at 135 pounds for me to be like, oh shit, you did this. Now let's go by what they both did. He beat Ray. Great job. You beat Ray. Respect you. Ray's my dog. I got love for Ray. That's my nigga. You beat him. You did it in great fashion. Congrats. Lamont beat Tank. He didn't get the decision for it, but he actually, to me, like what we watched that night, like what fighters did what. And for me, I felt like Lamont did more in the past than what he did. And then Lamont jumped up to 140 to fight Pitbull, and he got a draw, but I felt Lamont won that fight. Like, I really did feel like he won that fight also. So for me, it's just like what you did, like what you have done. Like, okay, Shock had the opportunity to move up to 135 and fight for the WBC. He could be the one fighting Zepeda right now. Like, actually, he should be the one fighting Zepeda instead of Lamont. But he chose to say, no, I don't want to move up to 135, and I'll stay at 130 and try to do the big fights at 130. So it's like, if I beat him right now, oh, he's a 30-pounder, and then it don't make no much better that I got in the ring with him, and they seen that I'm bigger than him. So they're like, oh, you just beat a 130-pounder. But if he go put some weight in at 35 and go, like, he could have fought Zepeda. If he would have did that, that would have been like, okay, nigga, you went and beat one of my former opponents, and in whatever fashion I would have been like, shit, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't got no choice but to respect it. But he gonna climb the ladder, and I don't think that the fight is not gonna happen. I think that the fight is gonna happen. He keeps overly talking a certain way about me, but it is what it is. You know, I'm a real one. I keep it a beam at all times, whether the camera is in front of me, the camera is not in front of me. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. But for me, I just think that Lamont Roach in the past has done more, and especially at 135 pounds. He went and beat, to me, arguably the top 2 fighter at 135 and the biggest name in the sport of boxing. So you gotta tip your hat off and say, okay, if I'm choosing the guys that I want to fight, I would rather fight the guy that's I feel is gonna push me to the next level.
I had to cut the live short on on Monday. I'm gonna hopefully be back Tuesday. Well, y'all should see this today. I'll be back Tuesday with to finish it. No Diddy. So I seen this. I seen Bruce kind of speak on this for a second, and then one of my subs sent it to me on X. Shout out to bro. It was Shakur, and I'll play a piece of it talking about why he ain't fighting no Shocky Foster. In the comment section, everybody was pretty much on code. It was Duck Talk. He was, pretty much saying that Lamont done more. And all Lamont did was draw. He had a draw with Tank. I feel like he won. He had a draw with Pitbull Cruz. I did feel like he won both of those fights, but he had a draw. That's just what mattered. And on Shocky Foster, he did what you asked him to do, and you just not a man of your word. First, it was Shock was 2-pack of ass. Now Shock's a good fighter, and then when the time come, I'm gonna whoop him. And Shakur Stevenson, dude, I called it. I know a lot of y'all don't see what I see on some Warren G. You don't see what I see, y'all. I be a lot of times I be ahead of the curve from these guys, because you got to be able to read character. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be able to take, what everybody else saying about a person and see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people can do that. And just seeing how he moved and how he talked and how he act, and the words don't match the action and all this type of stuff, bro. And trying to rationalize why I'm gonna fight him, but Lamont, no. To you, Lamont is an easier fight. And Lamont might be a more popular fight. He could have just said that. But I told y'all about this guy, man. Some people that keep saying I'm the best, that people just say it. I remember Nate Campbell said that Floyd Sr. told him, if you say you the best, you keep saying that, people gonna start believing it. And that's like them people going down with Jim Jones and drinking that Kool-Aid. No matter how wild your statement is on the internet, or just in the world, it's gonna be a section of people that agree with it. And there's some people that's gonna ride with Shakur until the wheels fall off, and that's cool. But just know, he ain't shit. He not the best, dog. I'd rather fight him, and Lamont is this, and Gary Antuanne Russell is that. And it's just like, okay, bro. You've been lying the whole time. And you said, I understand boxing is not about facts. It's always about the facts. You fairy tale fiction ass ninja. It's always about the facts. And fix your smoke detector, bro. $1 million nigga and you can't fix this smoke detector. Beep, beep, beep. Like, come on, man. If it's up in the sky, get a fucking ladder, nigga. Go to Home Depot or Lowe's, get you a ladder, climb your ass up there and change the damn batteries, homeboy. But I told y'all, man, he don't want to fight nobody. And this is why Devin and them is pressing Keyshawn Davis. They understand the play. Had Shakur signed the contract, the belt will be dropped. He refuses to sign the contract. This is why Rayo Venezuela said, I'm next. The plan was never for Shakur Stevenson to fight Devin next. That was never the master plan. Never. And I think people don't really understand that. You just got to watch the chess pieces on the board and how they move and how they groove, But, it don't surprise me, though. Fight Lamont he know Lamont is an easier fight than him. How can you prove yourself to be, and this is why I say it shouldn't be a pound for pound list. How do you prove yourself to be a pound for pound fighter, but you want to pick low hanging fruit? Gary Antuanne Russell is just as Shocky Foster is more popular than Gary Antuanne Russell. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know who Gary Antuanne Russell is. This nigga been on an undercard. He arguably lost his last fight to a dude that got there 2 days before the fight, 2 or 3 days. He obviously lost. He lost that fight, in my opinion, to a motherfucker that had visa issues. He want to fight all fighters that he familiar with, that know he can't whoop him. He don't have no self-belief, bro. I've been around confident people in competition my whole life, whether it was playing golf, whether it was hooping, whether it was playing football. One thing I noticed around confident ballers, they don't hesitate to show it. Whether it was me playing a competitive Madden player, whether it was competitively hooping, competitively playing football, golf. One thing about it, you had people that wasn't confident to do it. They was confident enough to do it. It wasn't no back and forth. It might be a little banner, a little shit talking. And then you got the guys that talk shit, which you really don't know. Is this nigga really real or he just talking? You know, until you play. But, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you in the trenches, they real. Then you got the silent person that just bust your ass. Shakur Stevenson does not want to show off his powers. I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie. It didn't age well, but it's still one of my favorite Disney movies. It's called Sky High. And remember, he had the homeboy with the blonde hair, and his superpower was he turned into a glob and he became hero support. That's like Shakur Stevenson. He hero support. He hero support the Bud. Keyshawn don't want to fight Dev. And Shakur don't want to fight Dev. Jay Prince is that old ass nigga from Cursley Cowardly Dog with a double barrel shotgun with no bullets, no blanks, with the safety on. That's what it is. They a crew of scary ass niggas, man, and they don't care about the integrity in the sport. They don't care about moving the sport forward. Gary Antuanne Russell don't. He a duck. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas is ducking, man. Lamont Roach took a chance because he ain't had no choice but to take a chance. You feel me? That's the difference. When you ain't got no choice but to take a chance, you know what I'm saying? You got to take chances. Shakur want what Tank want, what a lot of these guys want, is easy fights for hard money. For hard money. Basically what I'm saying, what you get paid for a hard fight, they want to get paid for an easy fight. He a buster, man. First you lied about this. He's a liar, bro. He ain't nothing but a woman, bro. Don't be surprised if Shakur ain't the first transmission in boxing. You can transformer in boxing. He might have a JJ, bro. Real talk. He might have a JJ, bro. Real talk. He got so many female tendencies, bro. And I say this with all due disrespect, with no comedy, no pun intended. He got so many Keisha qualities, man. You could tell his granddad didn't really raise him. He don't even listen to his He don't listen to men, bro. And shout out to Ben, but you could tell by, and I ain't even watching the interview. I'm working out, and I'm listening to it. And you could tell in Ben's voice, like, man, this bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how Ben was like, man, this hoe ass nigga. And the media need to start being vocal about, like, bro, cut the bull. You know, fuck the access at this point, bro. Real talk. What's the point? What's the point of the access if the fight's not gonna bring you some money? You know what I'm saying? All the media members need to band together and ask the tough questions, bro. Cause if they ain't gonna fight, we ain't gonna make no money, bro. Just in general, if you're doing it for the views, for the money, for the clout, or if you're just trying to, you know, push the sport forward. If we just trying to push this shit forward, fam. You know, if we just trying to push this shit forward, y'all gotta hold the line. Y'all gotta hold the line. Y'all gotta hold the standard, bro. A lot of these dudes, that interview was disgusting, bro. You don't have your word. You 29. You just turned 29, and you say you the best. Stop false advertising. That's all I'm asking. Stop false advertising. It's okay. It's okay to stop false advertising. It's okay to stop false advertising, bro. It's okay. He literally should just stop lying. He literally should just stop lying, bro. Stop lying. Literally. But will he? Probably not. But that was disgusting. That was a disgusting interview. But it don't surprise me none. I've been calling it. People been saying you hating, you know, all Shakur the truth. If he the truth, you want to prove that you the truth. He ain't the truth. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, and all that. Peace.